Intro. Hello and welcome to the Moto 2 race for here in Japan. And we are once again here with Joshua Birch in the the London part of this weekend, and I'm here in the normal commentary box. And I'm also currently, because I'm racking my brain trying to think of what number I need to press, and I'm pretty sure
3.
it is 3. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was 3, but I was racking my brain thinking, is it 3?
It's 3.
literally
Also,
written down for
number
me
4
too.
for track audio. Yeah, we need track
Yeah.
audio as well, just so you know.
Oh yeah.
There we go. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Moto 2. They're coming onto the backstretch for the warm-up lap. Cloudy, 71 Fahrenheit, 80 Fahrenheit, that's 22 degree temperature, track temperature 27. Megan, while we're here, could you take us through the starting grid?
I shall. Oh, and also, do you know that thing I thought was mosquito? It landed on one of your
Yeah.
papers, and it's a moth. So,
Oh, okay. Right, go
fine.
on, talk us through the grid quick.
right. Currently on the first row of the grid is Dixon, and then Verdgorber. That is an
Van der Gerberger, yeah.
Van der Gerber. Then it is Cannerton third, with in the second row of the grid it is Roberts, Gueva, and
Yeah.
Moria.
Mariah. Yeah.
Moria.
I think, actually thinking about it, we need to read through it because they can all see it. And
Yeah.
they're on the grid anyway.
You can see it. Please spare me this pain of butchering all these
Yes,
names
I
I've
will.
never heard before.
I will. Well, I've turned the heating on in the hotel room, and that's actually helped stopping my teeth chattering, and the heat helps. Green flag at the back. The Moto 2 Japanese Grand Prix. 19 laps ahead of us. Jake Dixon on pole position. Zonta van der Gerber on the front row from Aaron Canet in third. Lights on now. And away we go for the Moto 2 Japanese Grand Prix. It's a good start from Jake Dixon, but Aaron Canet bogs down. Coming up on the inside, comes the 28 as well as Izan Guevara. Dixon leads into one. Canet tries to come back round the outside. Dixon's going to have to hold off here from Zonta van der Gerber. They're all okay in the mid-pack.
Ooh,
Was that Dixon
close.
getting set up with Guevara? Guevara got set up there, Megan, as they come down to 3.
Yeah, that almost became an accident, since I am pretty there's a lot
Is
of
that
people
rain?
moving down the field, and yes, I believe that is rain. There's a lot of people moving down the field towards the back. But also, I am pretty sure I
Flag,
saw...
flag, race stopped. Race is stopped. Race stopped. They're going to red flag this. It started to rain, and Moto
Yeah.
2 do not have a flag to flag. So if it has started raining, they're all on slick tyres. They have to come in, and it'll be a red flag situation. Look, it's got so worse. Where's this rain come from? As Dixon goes up the inside of Lopez, it started
Interrupted, it
raining
says.
heavy. Well, it's got to be Jake Dixon who puts his hand up. Yeah, Lopez putting up. Is it red flag, Megan? It's going to have to be. They'll have to stop this one and have a
It
restart.
just said...
Red
yeah,
flag,
red
race
flag.
stopped. Yeah. Well, here we go again in the Japanese Grand Prix to have a red flag. That was always going to happen. That's our first red flag of the year, actually, in Moto 2 as well.
We have like an
It's
hour,
because- yeah.
and like an hour after this session until MotoGP.
Yeah, they can get. Also, it'll be 3 laps not complete, so the race is going to be a total restart. So that first race is going to be declared null and void.
They didn't even get
the
3 turns in.
Yeah, so it's red flagged due to rain. And basically we'll now go through what will happen is they'll come in, they'll change bikes, so they'll change tyres on the bikes, so they'll go from dries to wets, and then we'll have a quick restart procedure and we'll get the whole race again. It's just that because of the rain coming down and they're on slick tyres, they don't have a flag to flag like in MotoGP,
So
where
we've
they
got
can
to
come in and
change
swap
it.
bikes. There's only one bike, so as soon as I saw the rain I knew it was going to be a red flag. Had to be a red flag.
We're all coming into the pits now. And do you think
Yeah.
they'd check the weather reports before this?
Well, we saw on the grits and brollies, but it's just what happens here in Motegi. It comes in so quick, and unfortunately, that's exactly what's happened, and the red flags had to be deployed. So, great thing for Aaron Kinnett, who fluffed that first start. Bad news for Jake Dixon. He's got to do it all over again.
So, a lot of people went down the field in.
That's because they were all lifting because of the rain, and they had their hands up waving. I saw Munoz have it as well. Cameraman being told to get out of the way there. Bikes come back. There is Jake Dixon. So yeah, this will be original grid positions. We're being told from race control as well for the restart here. So it shouldn't be too much. How much is this going to affect the MotoGP though, Megan? That's going to be something, because if it's raining now, we've got a damp track for MotoGP. So a flag to flag coming up there. Yeah. Hey, MotoGP is going to be fun.
It shall be, yeah.
And I'm in London. Oh dear. Can you see the fine rain?
Yeah, and it's going sideways. That's the worst type of rain.
There's that was Aigura's bike who leads the championship. You can see the rain does sort of the rain particles hitting him there. So yeah, number 4. There we go. Moto TNT have gone to an ad break. Usually they don't do that. So yeah, okay, red flag's out. So that's great news, isn't it, Megan? Red flag for the guy who's got toothache and has to keep talking. I think we will go to TNT Sports screen shortly, where the blog is as well. So I apologise for that. But that's the best we've got. So we'll have to go there. We can't actually go there. Button 9, even though I told Megan never to press it, might be in options soon.
Never.
Yeah.
No, 9 is not the magic number.
Yeah, but then I can fix it. I can hop on TV and fix it quickly.
Hop on what? To fix
TViewer.
what? To fix what though? It's fine.
There'll be a couple of things.
Everything seems fine.
No one. Why have you pressed number 9?
No.
Press
But
number 9. And you'll see.
We're not gonna press number 9 because we're not gonna need number 9.
So what? We're just going to turn on TNT Sports' commentary and just sit here with our face cams on.
We may as well.
Fine by me. But I'm going to get out of my chair and go stand in front of the heater. In fact, do you want a room tour while I'm here?
Yes.
I've got to be so careful because the mug's there. There's the door. There's the bed. The bathroom's down there. There's that fire I've turned on.
Huh.
Oops.
Very nice.
Ah, you're lopsided now. What's happened here? I've got you caught on the windowsill. There we go. So my phone's being my webcam, and JT's very kindly lent me a laptop. That is connected to. Now, how all this is working is we've got the same equipment that Megan has, and I have when we are on Megan's laptop. So I've got the Bearing audio and the M audio buzz mixer. That enables me to hear Megan, and it also enables me to talk normally. My phone is on Ninja. If Megan hasn't turned her camera on though, which I told her she should, because then I can see her as well, would be quite funny. So yeah.
Well, I'll try and do that after MotoGP. It's just I'm too set in my ways with things.
You can unmute number 4 now. In fact, let's unmute number 9, and me and Megan will shut up and we'll hear from the TNT commentators, but you can still see our beautiful faces.
Not saying it's heavy rain or anything like that. The spots are light. It's blowing through, but I think the track might be wet for a restarted Moto2 race, 2/3 original race distance, because it was before the 3 laps were up. Pit lane will open in 6 minutes' time for a 12-lap shootout, Michael. Tricky times for a Moto2 rider, but also teams, because you've got one bike to work on. You've got to make the gamble now.
Exactly, and you can see the ponchos are up. There is still rain falling out there. It's not a lot though, and what we've seen all weekend is that it dries up really fast. So right now, if I was a Moto2 rider, I'd be channeling my inner Ralph Waldman. Get those slick tires in and go all the way to the flag. But it's a risky strategy, obviously, because the early laps will be really quite difficult to generate the heat and temperature in them.
Ralph Waldman's line was, today I could be a hero or a zero, and he was a hero on that occasion, but you know, we've seen them go wrong, haven't we, as well, on occasion, people taking those risks. So let's see what happens. Isan Guevara, just in conversation. I mean, it's still raining. It is still raining, but the track is so grippy, Michael, isn't it? That's the other consideration here. The problem they've got here is making changes on the bike now. They're committed, aren't they? You're not going to be able to change too many things. You might have would you have a wet setup with slick tyres? Who knows what you're going to get?
Yeah, they may go a little softer because in slick condition, or sorry, slick tyre condition, you don't want to be making drastic like fork spring changes, just a little bit of reduced preload or open the damping up a little bit to help generate the temperature. Interesting there from Darren Binder putting on his wet weather knee sliders, because it doesn't look like it's going to be wet enough for full wets. It could be because it has fallen the whole time since the red flag has come out, so it could be that it's wet enough to start on rain tyres, but I just think it dries so fast. Obviously you will lose a lot of time. This is where the intermediates would come into play. They would be a genuine option right now.
But they're not an option.
They're not even on the allocation.
It may well be that, though, that he watch those double size knee sliders for slick tyres and just gives himself that little bit of extra margin there.
That's true. With the double slider, you get to touch the asphalt, use your third wheel a little sooner, so you don't need to commit to as much lean angle. So in slick tyre condition, you can see a front end slides, and it works okay in the dry. Jarno
Jansson's getting stuck in.
Getting as technical as you need to be down there, and it is actually, it's good to understand just how much, and the scoop of the boot from Aldeguer and Joe Roberts. This is a typical rider move, just to understand what grip and how slick it makes the track.
Saw Jarno Jansson last night in the Drunken Duck in Mito, the Aussie pub, which is a great place for a lot of the paddock to hang out. He'd taken a full fairing in. Have you seen that? The team had taken a full fairing in to give to Jamie, the Aussie who runs it behind the bar.
Jimmy's down there with the Leopard team today. I've seen him in the pit box this morning.
So as Ayagura has a nervous look outside, I don't think he'll be too concerned, will he? Let's have a look at his start here. He's really good off the launch, isn't he?
Already making inroads towards the head of the pack. Look at the run down. He's already entered turn 1 and 5th, pretty much.
It's Lopez I always look to watch at starts as well. He is super aggressive, isn't he? He's got a special helmet design this weekend, and he just used I as a marker.
I had a perfect run through there. You could see Isan Guevara, the hook up with Zonta van der Gerber, cost them both a lot of time there.
Marcos Ramirez has gone with the wets. Talk to me about Pirelli tyres, the slicks in a damp conditions, and how their wets would fare on a... I mean, this is going to be an aggressive track, isn't it, on wet tyres?
They hold up quite well. We've seen this weekend more stability in the dry and track conditions than we've seen at other tracks, especially earlier in the year. So it seems like the centre of the tyre doesn't overheat as much around Motegi. I think they will. It looks like wheel change is going in for the majority. Everyone's going to start this race on wets.
Who's going to take the gamble, Michael? Because I've got a feeling you would. If you're further down the order, you'd have been thinking, I'm having this today.
I have a feeling Jake Dixon may take a little gamble. I've seen him do it before at Alton Park, ride slick tyres on a fairly wet track and go run out a victor by 15-20 seconds. So Diogo Moreira, looking at him, another rider, Supermoto guy who would take a bit of a punt on it, although if the rain continues to fall, it would be a big gamble, and it does seem like it's still spotting outside.
It's still spotting, isn't it? That's the thing, but how much is it wetting the racetrack? It's a horrible place to be inside a Moto2 garage. I can't imagine what's going through Ayagura's mind, because he's thinking, I've got a 42-point lead to defend here. I can't imagine Sergio Garcia as someone as well, though, who'd be relishing it too much.
No, I don't see Sergio as a rider who grabs these conditions by the scruff of the neck and takes it to victory. It is tricky. Obviously, you've got quick restart procedure. Pit lane opens, you've got 1 minute to leave pit lane in 45 seconds time. You do a sight lap round to the grid, and if it is really dry, you're probably best to go down pit lane and change back to slicks. It looks like Jake's gone for wets.
Yeah, same option. Wets. Yeah, I think that's Pedro Acosta's dad alongside Augusto Fernandez, but you can see the rain. This was not focused, as I said, 1 p.m. Okay, they perhaps didn't get that bit wrong. It's 12:30 now.
I'm going to pick my winner, Dennis Onchu.
Okay, I like it.
He's looked so good in these conditions.
He looked Larry all weekend in these conditions.
Yeah, he may not stay upright, or his tyre may not stay with him.
Oh, here we go.
There we go, there's a gamble.
It's high.
Yeah, here we go. Hello, can you hear us now? Hello. And pit lane reopens. So it's a quick restart procedure. There's 60 seconds on the clock, and if you don't leave the pit lane within that minute, you'll have to start from the pit lane for the rest of the race. It's original grid positions, Megan, and is that slick tyres or wet? It's wets for Jake Dixon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do you make of the conditions as well? It wasn't forecast, that's why we all got caught out. That's why the red flag came out. But is it damp enough out there, really, do you think, for wets?
It could get damp enough out there, so I think it's a good idea that they've gone on to it. I mean, it may make them all... it may make it all a bit tougher for them all. But
Is this going to be... So go on.
beneficial.
Megs, honestly, go on to Ninja and just unclick the camera because you turned it off. Just click it back on so I can see it. Because otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see. I quite like to be able to communicate with you, actually visible. Because when I look up, I can't. All I can see is myself, not you. Pit lane is closed. There we go. Hello. Give us a wave. Hello. I can see her now. I prefer that. I prefer that because now I can actually see you and as well. So no tyre change is allowed on the grid. So, that's a critical one then, Megs, because now, if they've gone out on wet tyres and they think, it's too dry, they can't change, and vice versa. If it's too wet, then they're out on dry, so they can't do it. So
either way, you're stuck.
Unless we see them dive down pit lane. And that's because no tyre change on the grid because it's a short grid.
I've just thought of
It's
something.
literally like, okay, go again.
Do you know when you called
What?
last night, how I was completely in the dark?
Yeah?
That means this is the first time you've actually seen my face since you left.
No, because I
Yes.
saw you earlier on.
Where?
I watched you on the Moto 2, I watched you on Moto GP
But
yesterday. and I
like
was
in person, like live.
in person, yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Like where we can actually have a conversation. You can see my reactions to things.
Well, this is why we like Ninja as well, because Ninja's now our trackside camera operators because it's better than Discord as well. It's smoother compared to Discord. So they're taking it very slow on this sighting map. They've got a warm up after this as well.
That
12
they
laps
do.
to distance.
Yeah, they only had 60 seconds to get out of that pit lane, and given how many of them there are.
Well, Taylor's going to risk it on slicks. He's gone to the grid. He can always pull on the warm-up lap, though. Well, this is going to be fun. Attempt 2 at the Japanese Grand Prix for Moto 2, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. What are you looking at?
Just the names of people.
Oh, timing screen. Yes, Megan doesn't have her usual timing screen this weekend. She's stuck with my one. Pirelli watching on. This is a big one for Pirelli rain tyres actually on these. I don't think we've used them that much in racing. Oh, hello.
Good time
The
to...
15's come back in.
Ooh, that's not good. I have to start from the pit lane.
Getting worse, the rain. Oh, Tyler doesn't know what to do. Jake Dixon's feeling pretty smug with himself right now. Like he's been out there on wet tyres now.
Just like, haha.
Oh, Tyler's losing back in the championship, but now what do we do? He's risked it to go on slicks. Away we go for the warm-up lap.
Well, he's going to crash out.
Negative Nelly.
Yep.
Time is it, by the way?
Managed to get to sleep at about... maybe 11:30. Woke up at 2:30, so I had 3 hours sleep, but I've also had sleep before that.
Right.
Like, very broken sleep. Did you get any sleep?
I keep waking up in immense pain, so that's always great. I'm literally
That ain't
begging for it to stop.
Well, when
And now I've
you're
gotta go
you
to
can
the
have
race.
blended food.
Yeah, but now I've got to go to a racetrack for the entire day, and I said to JT, I'm going to be inside as much as possible.
Just make sure to... You did that thing earlier with the holding, like there, or something, to help stop the pain. Maybe just do that.
Before we get to
consistently.
the grid, I'm just going to check if that heater's on. As oh, this is 75 then. It's gone to the end now. They've changed to wet tyres. So I'm just going to make sure the heater's on.
Okay. Yeah, the 75 will start from the pit lane. Do you know the one bad thing about night races? The one bad thing is the fact that you basically are totally awake after. And not just because of like, oh, it take ages to go back to sleep after. It's because your body thinks like, okay, breakfast time now. So I am really, really starving, and yet I didn't have food that long ago. Well, come to think of it, I did. Tea was like 10 hours ago. I had food after that. Ooh, there's a cookie. I'm gonna have a cookie after this.
I have muffins.
When you get home, you can have a cookie.
No, I can't.
Why?
Tooth, Megan.
They're soft. You
Ah,
can
we'll
blend
see.
a cookie.
I'll just make sure that the fire's up at 30 degrees. I look like I'm sunburnt tomato. The gyros are in the wet Japan. Let's see what's going to happen now. So, for 12 laps, we're going to restart the Japanese Grand Prix of Moto 2. Ayagura, championship leader, on dry tyres on a damp circuit. How's this going to go? So, let's have another go. 5 lights are ready. Dixon on pole again, and it's go again. Good start from Dixon, but he brings it up. Look at Joe Roberts coming through as well from the middle of the row. Dixon leads down towards turn number 1. Late on the brakes. Now Aaron Canette's going to take second, and it's a 1-2 for teammates, but Canette's going to go back through. Ayagura is dropping faster than the Titanic as he comes out down towards turn number 3. And just look, Megan, everyone on slick tyres. They're just losing so much grip into 3.
Yep, they are, and that's a lot of movement on the timing screen. I'm constantly thinking, just like, is someone going to go down? But
It's those
so
on
far
slicks versus those on wet. Look at that, yeah, so Alberino's moved up. Roberts down a couple of places. Gonzalez down because he started from the pit lane. But Ayagura now currently only leads by 38 points to Aaron Canette. If Aaron Canette wins this race, Guevara's up to second. So it's 1-2 for teammates at the moment, Megan.
that is very good from them, and this timing screen is just terrifying me at the moment.
Yeah, guys, I know what you mean. Onchi's just dropped down to 12th position. And there's Tony Alberino alongside Cestino Vietti. Do you see what I mean about Vietti and Via? T-V-I-E. Via and Vietti. Vietti's at the inside, and Diego Monrella coming through. Barry Bolters. Dennis Onchi's even making a storming start. There is the 14 battling. Is that Aaron Canette? Canette's dropped down to 6th place. He's running in 2nd place. Canette's had a moment somewhere.
Maybe he went a bit too wide.
Whoa, there's a lot of spray exit there.
So
I'm going to expect
gross.
Aaron Canette to crash out, you know. I'm going to say that. I think
Probably.
Aaron Canette's going to crash out.
Was he on slicks?
Yeah.
Then it's high possibility.
He's in 14th place at the moment. We've opened up his camera. I think he's the only one on slick tyres, actually, who's taken that gamble. Garcia gets ahead of Ramirez. Joe Roberts moving up a couple of places now as well. One lap down. Dixon leads. 11 to go in this restarted Japanese Grand Prix. Vietti moves on the inside line of Lopez into turn 1. Gets ahead. Lopez tries to cut back. Does so. And, well, anything you can do, I can do better. Vietti's trying to swing back through as well. Down on the outside line to turn 3. We've got Isaac Guevara just ahead there as well. Yeah, Canette's coming back through in 6th, but Alberino's moved up into 5th place as well. So, ideally, this is great news for Jake Dixon, Megan, who's got a bigger advantage out the front, yeah.
It is a better advantage now, especially since he basically has clean air and good tyres.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Sends up the inside of Cestino Vietti.
Those are one of the
And I think
problem
he's
areas
just got more
too.
grip. I think Alberino's just got a better understanding of how this track works. Got even in damp conditions. We had damp conditions in practice from Moto 2, so it's not out the realms of possibility. They've got data at least. It's very same. They've got data.
They do. And I've noticed that each MotoGP type thing has its own individual colours, it seems. Moto 3 is yellow, Moto 2 is orange, and MotoGP is red.
Going up the order, isn't it, actually, as well?
Yeah.
Yellow to orange to red. As up the inside, the orange of Justina Vietti gets ahead of Tony Alvarino, and Diego Monrella gets ahead of Alvarino as well. So Alvarino's down to 6. Dixon 6 tenths ahead to Lopez as they all file down to turn 14. The V corner, they've just got to get it just right, and I think they are. They're all doing very well.
Only 11 laps to go? It's a 12-lap thing. How's that 1 lap?
Yeah, we're about to start lap 3 now. So yeah. Well, they're all on wet tyres, remember, apart from Ayagura, who might have made the right decision, because, Megan, to you, does it look like it's drying out? Because it is to me.
A little bit. I mean,
Monrella's 158.8.
it must have been a short rain thing, so you never know whether rain's going to suddenly crop up again.
58.7 for Alcoba. I'm interested to know, Megan, what was the last lap time for Ayagura?
Which number is he?
79.
The 79. Just give me a second to look for it. 157.631 is the only one not improving.
Okay, so yeah, he's dropping about a second per lap, and now he's 1.3 down to Diego Monrella, so there's a gap forming there. So it's a 5-way fight as there is Aguirre battling. Well, hang on a minute, who are we seeing here? Because the timing screen's not showing correctly there. That's Guevara's dropped back. So Guevara's dropped back into 5th position. Aguirre's up to 4th. Monrella's down to 6th. So Lopez has taken 2nd position. The cameras haven't seen that, but it's swapped over again. And Aguirre's having a go on the inside. So Aguirre's now fighting back. He's got the best tyres at the moment because the track was never that wet.
Which is
They shouldn't have red flagged him, to be fair.
Oh,
I think that red flag might have been a mistake. Go on.
might have been. About to make a move around the outside, it seems. Changes his mind to inside, gets through on
Oh!
Vietti.
Vietti nearly had a high side as well, Megan. He jumped out that corner. Rear by the bike stepped out massively and nearly high-sided it. Oh, and there he goes through on the inside of Alonso Lopez. He's now right behind Dixon, so dry tyres are the best. Okay, well, this is going to be a very boring race then. Ayagura is about to take the lead at his home event, and he's going to just jump away with the entire Grand Prix.
I hope it starts raining again. Only slightly. Just enough that it makes him slip.
There we go. 9 to go, and into the lead goes Ayagura.
There's a 91% chance of rain.
Okay, so it might rain later, but 156.681. Gonzalez on wets is still doing 155.3. Or is Gonzalez on dries? I can't quite tell on the monitor. We don't get tyre dates like that in Moto 2, unfortunately. We only get it in Moto GP.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm following that then. So with Ayagura, he's got a better run. That's actually not too bad. Actually, I'm surprised at him. I really am.
As am I. Also, they have enough room on this timing screen to show us the tyres, but they don't.
It confuses me because it's not like a soft hard medium like it is in MotoGP. It's an SC1 soft, it's an SC2. There's loads of different tyre compounds they've got to keep into it, so there is a difference between it as Gonzalez makes his way up past Aaron Canet and Dan Binder to take out 8th position from the top 10.
Every time I look at this time, he's going to get hopeful.
Albarina and Gonzalez on slicks, Megan. So, and he's down from the pit lane, Gonzalez. And he's up to 7th. And he's down from the pit lane. Look at that. It's
about to
feel like
change.
That's 2 into 1.
Yep.
Tyres are insanely overpowered now.
Okay, so it's clear that it's going to be a dry race and that Dixon's going to suffer now.
I don't know if it's in the rules, but I would come into the pit lane and change tyres.
It is in the rules not to do that, Josh.
Well, I was just going to say, I'd come in and change tyres, because then you've got a situation where you've got... Well, look at Gonzalez. He's just blitzed past Lopez, and he's going to blitz past Dixon down to turn 1 as well.
Already in third, jeez.
Up into 2nd now, Megan. He's past Dixon.
Okay, so he might win.
What's the gap between him and Ayagura, who's leading the race?
It 3.8 seconds. So a minute, well, 30 seconds ago that was 4.2.
Yeah, we're seeing that now on our monitor. So Gonzalez has got more, I don't want to say, his tyres are more at temperature because he's had to do more, go offline more compared to Ayagura. So Gonzalez might win this race from the pit lane, you know. Oh, and Dixon gets passed by Vietti. Oh, and Dixon also gets passed by Alcoba. Alcoba throws it up, and Alcoba's going to go through on Vietti as well. Alcoba's on slicks, Megan. So, yeah, Alcoba's on slick tyres.
Right.
Well, this just gets better and better, doesn't it?
I'm starting to get a headache too.
You need to eat something in between the gap.
I think it's because I'm like really tired and I've been around screens so much. Because
It's
obviously
one of those weekends.
you've been out and about, so you haven't seen as many screens. Or I've been stuck in here with everything on, with little sleep, and you know how you get sometimes after
Yeah.
loads of night races. That's how I'm feeling.
So they're still going to be pushing it. Ayagura 2.9 to Gonzalez. So it's a slow catch event, isn't it, at the moment? Zonta van der Gerberg on the front tyre, by the way. Soft front and rear from van der Gerberg, so he's on slicks too. So we're halfway there. Gonzalez on a 151.080, so we're getting about 2 seconds that faster each time as blissfully through on the inside, Zonta van der Gerberg gets ahead of Tristina Vietti with barely any movement at all into turn one. And there's Agura and Gonzalez who are going to give us a battle in this race.
Finally. But
Finally.
I am surprised no one has crashed out yet.
Me too.
I was hoping just as I said that someone would suddenly crash out. But no. Knowing me, that crash out will be a Costa later on again.
Yeah, I forgot we got MotoGP coming up actually. Look at this. Championship lead. Agura is going to lead by 65 points to Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia is in 14th. He has fallen off the cliff so much in the past couple of races. And Agura has just gone, okay, I'll take everything, I'll do everything, and I'll be the one to go, yeah, I'll collect the trophy at the end of the year. You just sit back and see what you do next.
And Lopez is just like, so is it my turn for second?
Agura's target time now being told of 151.0. I thought we started lap 6 before.
Yeah, these
Hello?
laps, they seem to be going extremely long.
Longer than it was in Moto
3.
3. Yeah, Moto 3 went by quite quickly.
Whereas these laps are just like, I don't know, it's dragging.
Taking longer?
Yeah.
It's the red flag as well. What time is it?
What, time left or time just in general? In general, it's
Time in
4:48.
general. Yeah, that red flag's delayed is about 12 minutes. There's Gonzalez, 151.027. We're getting close to the best race lap record from last year as well. In damp conditions, that would be insane if we take it.
That's great. Roberts is entered the pits.
Joe Roberts is in.
Yeah.
Right. Is he going to give up or is he going to change tyres and try and get some positions?
I think give up.
So he's running in the points, so that I don't think he'd like to do that ideally, but I've seen stranger things happen.
Maybe he has a technical
Gura.
issue.
Look at that, Agura's a 151.9, Gonzalez 151 dead, so Gonzalez is 9/10 a lap faster than Agura, time and time again. So yeah, this is going to get interesting for the Japanese Grand Prix. There's Philip Salak. Say again?
I said intriguing.
Yeah. Ortega's still there in 6th, Lopez in 7th. We're just trying to hold it all down together now, aren't they, as well? There's 6 to go. I don't want to have an opportunity to throw out anything you've got. Salik's on slicks, by the way, so that's why I'll go and start to go. So, yeah, Joe obviously is changing tyres.
Oh,
Smart move, really, because you might be able to get a couple of positions.
true, but he was in the point. Why sacrifice it?
He wasn't in the points, he was outside the points.
Oh.
He was 20th, 21st on the board, because Zaki took his position in 21st. Look at Gonzalez, 50.7. He's getting faster and faster. 50.3 is the lap record here. And he's right in the back of Ayagua. Gonzalez might take a win here for Cressini. He's about a second of that faster per lap.
5 laps to go as well, so.
A few spots of rain as well. These slick tyres really going to last the distance.
Roberts has rejoined the race.
There he is. On slicks you go. A lap down though, so see what you can get hold of, I suppose. You're not going to lap the leaders.
Yeah.
He's not going to lap the leaders, so it's a bit of an irrelevant sort of go around here. What he's trying to do, but I respect it. It's gonna do something.
Garcia has 3 DNFs in the last 4 races. Really? Just reading. Come on.
SHT, I presume. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Gonzalez, absolutely. Yeah. He's flying right now with a gear.
I think the reason why I feel it's dragging is because I am really hungry.
I'm finding it more and more difficult to talk the more it goes on. It's like I spend 40 minutes getting ready. That's why I'm not too worried about the touring cars. But these are the longer races, and we've had to talk more than in this one. So I'm like, I am going to stand in front of the heater after this, though. Look at Gonzalez. He's right in the back of Agua. This is insane down towards turn 1. He's going to go for the lead. He's going to go for it. I can see it coming.
Me.
Turn 3, I bet, Megan. Turn 3.
He's looking.
It's also not great that these headphones are so big. They're trapping the nerve. So it's a bit uncomfortable.
Ah, that's not good.
Yeah, that's why it's hurting more. I think next weekend I'll have the mic on the other side of my face.
Yeah.
I'll take us in 6. Ramos, here comes the race leader change though. Gonzalez to the inside line, late on the very last minute breakers. No. Agua can't do anything about it. So it changes over. Agua is still leading this race as things stand, Megs.
Oh, no.
No. Gonzalez is going to go for a late
mosquito. I
move.
can see it again.
Oh, was that a fly or something that you're on about?
Yep.
I was wondering what she was doing. I was looking to the side and going like, what is she doing? There we go on the inside. Gonzalez makes the move into the 130R and he's through. Gonzalez leads the Japanese Grand Prix. Agua's not going to let this go, but this is insane because Gonzalez is just a second lap faster compared to everybody else. This is going to be done now. Like it was done in Moto 3 with Alonso, it's done now with Gonzalez.
It's already made a 2/10 gap.
Yeah. It's just insane the speed that bike has got on the Cressini and slicks.
It's just super quick at the moment. I mean, their entire team is seeming to be really quick.
Holding it on. More and more. So Gonzalez leads 3 to go. I don't think I can make it to 3 to go.
Why don't you go over there for a lap? Right, so further down the field for 16th. Canna has just passed on cover.
Yeah.
Not going to give up with out of fight going round. So it's not on screen, but
Yeah, she passes Connect.
caught back up and repassed for 16th. And
Let's swap back again.
yeah, they're just
Two and
in a little
throw.
battle. Yeah. They're in a battle for 16th, which don't know why.
Gonzalez is there too. Look, there's Javier Artegas on slicks. What's the gap between Artegas and Lopez? 6 and 7.
Find them. I cannot find them on the screen. Oh, there we are. 11 seconds. 11.8.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Slick tyres to wet tyres. That is insane.
It is quite a big gap.
Yeah. There we see. There's Dixon. Down to 10th after starting this race twice on pole position. Not going to have it today, unfortunately, again. Keeps on chucking, doesn't it, this one?
Yeah. I'm looking at the thing, like the weather thing, where it tells you like the sunrise, and technically it's still night.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be day. It won't be, according to this, astronomical twilight until like 17 minutes past 5.
Well, it's only 4:56 a.m., so I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah. First light is at 6:37.
2 to go. I'm trying to think if this is coming up to the last lap or we've just started 2 to go. We've started 2 to go.
Yeah. It started.
So Agura's going to be on 228. Garcia 60 back. So Agura could win the title next time out. He'll have an opportunity to do it.
I bet you're glad
In Australia.
that you didn't miss 2 titles.
I'm going to be trackside today, so we've already crowned 1 champion. We'll crown another champion later on in touring cars.
Woohoo!
If I can make it that long. And connect sliding. There's your live championship. I need to give it to you, Megan, for a lap.
Okay. This is gonna be very slow. Mainly because I don't know which one's which. Right, so I know that's Gonzalez. Gonzalez going around. Well, Ortega is desperately trying to catch up. There is almost a second gap between the 2 of them, and I honestly do not think that Ortega will be able to catch up. I mean, he's just increased the gap to 1.2 seconds. Last lap of the race now. And it's... yeah, this is going to be Gonzalez's race. I think that was pretty evident from how quickly he's managed to get up the order since being in 7th position just a few laps ago.
It's an insane run around. And let's not forget here that Manuel Gonzalez started this race in the pit lane.
Yeah.
He's come from the back to the front, and he's at insane speed. This is a legendary ride for Manuel Gonzalez, who is even outclassing the championship leader Ortega. And this is why Gonzalez is a title contender going forward in future years of Moto 2. 110% is.
Right, so 1.2 second gap is still remaining. No crashes in this race despite the threat of rain and a red flag.
Moto 2 know how to react.
But you watch when it gets to MotoGP.
It'll be chaos in an hour's time.
Yeah.
I don't mind the fact that there's an hour gap.
Yeah, it means go have a cookie.
It means I can rest this tooth for an hour because I'm starting to feel a bit bad. Moto 2, Moto 3 always does that. Into the last 2 corners then. Started this restart from the pit lane. Was already up to 7th in 5 laps. He's took the lead, stayed there. Manuel Gonzalez brilliantly wins the Moto 2 Japanese Grand Prix. Ayagura 8 seconds in 2nd. Salak 3rd. A happy podium.
Woohoo!
That's fantastic. Alcoba, Zonta Berg, Artegas, Vietti, Monrella, Lopez, Guevara, top 10. Albarino, Dixon, Aldeguer, Garcia, Binder, your points paying positions. Manuel Gonzalez wins from the pit lane, Megan.
It is very impressive from Gonzalez. So quick on everything.
He's just insane. First Grand Prix win as well for Manuel Gonzalez. He did it from the pit lane. That is super impressive from him as well. Bring about it home, Megan.
How do you want me to do that?
Just call the ending.
Right, so from that, originally we thought it was going to be a wet race. It turned out not to be that, and just a damp start to the race, with people making wrong decisions and some people making right decisions of whether they wanted to change their bikes. So it turns out brilliantly for Gonzalez, however, who manages to get his first win.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
So, we'll be back in MotoGP in around about an hour's time. Manuel Gonzalez is a Moto2 winner. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.